Hello. In this video, I will be talking about bioresonance technology and how it is being used in devices such as the Biophilia Tracker and MetaHunter to seek out imbalances in the body and help us prevent and avert risks of disease. Right? So first off, it is important for us to understand the basic concept behind bioresonance. Every cell in a human being is constantly emitting frequencies, right? So these frequencies change based on the health of the cell and the overall organ. For instance, if the organ is weak, there will be changes in the frequency that it emits. Right? And this device, what it has is a large database filled with frequencies that are unique to each disease and infectious microorganism as well. For example, the way that the intestines resonate when it's suffering from enteritis or any other disease is uniquely different from its healthy state. So that is to say that if an organ begins to stray away from its healthy frequency, it attracts certain diseases. So when the organ loses energy, their frequency also starts to change. And these changes eventually bring about the diseases that are being pointed out to us with this bioresonance technology. So with this technology, we are able to check if the state at which each of our organs are resonating, are they reaching or are they very close to any disease frequency, right? So we're looking at the similarity, the spectral similarity of the frequencies between the organ of interest and the diseases we are discussing. And by detecting that, we can be aware of the potential risk approaching and therefore take precaution before you actually fall at a state of disease. So for example, let's take this, what we're seeing here in the intestines, right? So this value here would be the difference between the unique enteritis value and the intestine frequency. So the more different they are, the more confident we can be that this is not what's going on or this is not what's going to be attracted. But the moment that the value here gets smaller and smaller, that means the difference between our frequency of the intestine and the frequency of an enteritis patient. The moment the two start to resonate very similarly, the D value here, the difference is going to fall. Now that is when we are getting closer and closer to resonating at a disease frequency. So this is what we want to stay away from. And this device is able to pick out what are the potential diseases or even microorganism infections that we are approaching as the organ weakens. Right, so not only can these devices tell us what the risks are, right? So after finding out the risk, of course, we want to make sure we don't go anywhere close to these things. So this is when the therapy comes into play. So these devices offer metatherapy and other types of therapy as well. So these therapies, they help us avert this risk, right? By essentially, actually what occurs here is that corrective frequencies are being emitted to the body such that the imbalances in organ, original frequency of the organ, can be corrected, returned back to normal. Right? So if for whatever reason the energy is lacking in our organ, right? The energy has dropped. This drop in energy has caused changes in the frequency. That is what attracts the disease. So what we are doing here is by metatherapy, we are correcting those imbalances in the frequency such that we pull it back up to the original energized form of the organ. So by energizing our organs with these corrective frequencies, we can ensure that the diseases and the frequencies are not diseases and the infectious frequencies are not attracted towards our organ. So all in all, bioresonance technology is targeting our organs at a very cellular level, using these photonic frequencies emitted, and by targeting them using corrected frequencies.